In today's discussion video, I'll be talking about the next evolution coming into Clash Royale, and there's also going to be a second new thing coming too, but I don't think it's going to be a second evolution coming the same time as this one. I think it's going to be a whole nother thing, which I'll show you guys in a couple minutes, but it sounds pretty exciting. There's also a bunch of interesting posts going on in Clash Royale Reddit, which I'll go over towards the end. So Clash Royale made a tweet here saying, "Too much hairspray?" or hashtag card evolution. And as you guys can see, this looks just like the wizard. Now, I know some people are saying it's the E-Wiz, but if you pay attention to the hair, that definitely looks more like the wizard. And also you can see he's holding a fireball in his hand, his hair's on fire, and the hairspray, for some reason, fire's coming out of it. So these are all indications that it is going to be the wizard. I don't know what's going on with his eyes, but definitely looks unusual for sure. Let's take a look at some of the comments and see if people are hyped for the Evolved Wizard or not. Oh my god, finally, Evolved Mega Knight. Yeah, that's definitely what it is, for sure. Should have buffed or reworked the original Wizard beforehand, but oh well, glad to see Wizard getting some play. Maybe Wizard gets meta for the first time ever. I hate you. Why would you encourage the mid-ladder players to use him even more? I feel so bad for mid-ladder right now. The mid-ladder players are definitely punching the air right now. I guarantee that. Alright guys, let's talk a little more about this Wizard evolution coming and the second thing coming the same time as it, which could potentially be a new spell, which would be crazy because we haven't gotten a new spell added in this game in a really long time. I can't even remember the last time it was. Anyway, first evolution teaser. Why is the Wizard on fire but the roadmap shows electricity? And I'll show you guys the roadmap after this post so you can visualize it so you know what me and him are referring to. Why the spray can? Is it the new spell? A wizard would never change his element, or would he? So this is the picture I already showed you guys, but then look at this next one here. There's that new emote coming soon too, and look at this spray can. Do you see that? What the heck is that? That's potentially a new spell, and that would actually make sense, and I'll explain why in a minute. And then you can see here, this is the roadmap, which I'll pull it up in a second. See how spell is circled? And then over here, you can see on the roadmap how that looks like the Electro Wizard. So maybe they're trying to fool us into thinking it was the E-Wiz, but it's actually going to be the Wizard, which makes a lot more sense. And guys, it would make sense that we are getting a new spell soon because this roadmap that Clash Royale tweeted right before 2024 started was supposed to mark the first 6 months of 2024. And if we open up the roadmap here, we have already gotten Tower Troops, which was the major update that happened at the beginning of the year. And then all these card evolutions we see here, we just recently got the Battle Ram, and then, you know, the Evolved Valkyrie, Evolved Wallbreakers, Tesla, so on and so forth. We've already gotten all of those, and now we see what appears to be the Electro Wizard, but I kind of doubt it's going to be the E-Wiz. I think it's going to be the Wizard, because why would they do a legendary one before they've at least done a few rares? It just wouldn't make sense because they did all the common ones first. But then look at the third one here. The new cards, new spell, new champion, and more. Well, we've already gotten the Little Prince, but the new spell. So the new spell, it might finally be time for that. Alright, let's get into some Clash Royale Reddit now. There's been a lot of interesting posts this week on some of the top posts. We're going to actually start off with the Tower Troop concept here. It's called the Marshal. I really like the Clash Royale concepts on the Reddit page. A lot of them are really cool and creative, and this has a lot of upvotes, so a lot of people really like this. So let's read what the description says. The king's lazy old uncle. He refuses to attack. Instead, he commands his army to do the attacking for him. So he spawns things is what it sounds like. So these are some of his stats. Seems like a okay amount of hit points, and then it's got sight range, and then you can see it spawns soldiers. So that sounds very, very interesting. I want to get into some more information about it. So the soldier, the hit points are fairly low. That's good, because I think if it was too high, then that would be absurdly broken. So let's see what it says here. Stats explained. Okay, wow, this guy really went into detail, which is good. When an enemy troop enters the Marshal's sight range, it will instantly spawn a soldier and spawn one more every 3 seconds with a maximum of 10 soldiers for each tower at one time. Tower has the same health as Cannoneer. 2 soldiers just have under the DPS of a Princess Tower. Soldiers have the same range as archers, same speed as barbarians, and same health as Magic Archer. Soldiers deal just under the health of a skeleton with each shot. Soldiers can shoot across the bridge, but will die upon leaving the sight range of the Marshal that spawned them. Soldiers spawn on the tile directly behind the tower. So some strengths of this is it encourages It discourages prolonged pushes. Soldiers can tank for the tower. It could potentially hit siege buildings. The weaknesses, though, are single troop swarm pushes, splash damage troop, and the soldier's range. Well, that is a very unique concept, to say the least. I doubt they're going to implement this, but I wonder if they're eventually going to add a tower troop that spawns things and kind of take some inspiration from this post. What do you guys think? I think this was pretty cool. Is it normal to have more than 9,000 trophies? My game glitches at the end of a trophy road match and won't show in the battle log. What? This guy literally has 9,029 trophies. I gotta check out the comments and see if this is legit or if this is like photoshopped or something, because that should not be possible. Just searched you up on Royal API to see if it was legit. Now I'm wondering how you even did that. How did he do that? That is insane. I wouldn't be surprised if Supercell bans his account soon and thinks he was like cheating or something and it was just a bug that wasn't even his fault. That is wild. Wow. I don't know how that happened, but that's the first time I've ever seen that. That is crazy. We got another concept post here. Evolution trade tokens. Evolution trade tokens would allow you to trade evolution shards with your clanmates. They can be obtained through challenges, lucky drops, and season shop. Let me know whether you think this would be a good addition to the game. Well, I have a feeling it's a good addition to the game, but it's not something that would ever be added, unfortunately. So I guess it looks like that. That's kind of a, I guess, general idea of what the token would look like, kind of the idea of it anyway. So you can see it's like you're trading the Evo Ice Spirit. You want to get that, and then you give away one of those. I don't know. I mean, that would be pretty cool. We already have trading in the clan, but I highly doubt Clash Royale would add this. I would love it. I just don't know if it's something they would consider doing, but this for sure, I only see benefits of this. I think players would love this for sure. As a Mortar user, I think this is a bit unfair. So he's talking about some of the upcoming work in progress balance changes, assuming they stay the same. So the Evo Knight, I actually can't even tell if it's getting a buff or a nerf, because this rework is definitely a bit confusing and it's hard to predict if it's going to be better or worse. But for the Mortar he's talking about, he's saying that the 17% health nerf with no compensation is definitely going to make the Evo Mortar significantly worse. And I have to say, I kind of agree with him, because I think that the Evo Mortar is already right now one of the weaker Evos in the game. So I think this might have been a bit overkill. Maybe they should have taken away half of the health boost, because I think taking it all away was a little bit unnecessary, but that's just my opinion. So I kind of agree with them here. Baby versions from Squad Busters. Ooh, let's take a look at this, because I think some of the cards from Clash Royale are in the new Supercell game. So we got a Hog Rider here. That's pretty cool. What are some of the others? Is this, yeah, this is the Archer Queen. Okay. This is, what is this? Is this just the king? This is like a baby king tower? That's really cool, actually. Oh, yeah, because that's what the emote is. It's a baby king. That's just a goblin. All right. And then is this the witch? There's more. Wait, how many is there? So this is the barbarian. All right. This is the, oh, wow, the wizard looks really cool. Those small drops, those are just like fire drops maybe. And then this is the healer. All right, quite a lot are in the new game. Well, that's pretty much everything I got for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. And also give me a follow on Instagram, theboss_CR. I decided to shout that out at the end because I don't think I've done that yet in a video. So